Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, TeaToasTnTaroT. Season's greetings. The holiday season is upon us. Let's see what the cards have got to say. That's the Four of Wands. You might bump into someone you haven't seen for a while. Over the holidays, you could be Christmas shopping, shopping in the sales, and you might bump into them. Could be a long time since you've seen with them, could be an ex-partner or an old work friend you were close with and you've lost touch and you're going to bump into them this week. Yeah, could be an ex, or you could have worked with them, like being their supervisor or something, or a little bit older, younger. There's a little age gap there. Like I say, it's someone you haven't seen for a while. You haven't seen them for a while. Yeah. Like if it was a relationship, you were the bossy one. If it was a work colleague, you were like the supervisor or like a bit above them or being there longer or something like that. But you're going to bump into them this week. And we've got a couple of days to go till Christmas as I'm doing this reading now. And it'll be like a shock out of the blue, but it's meant to be. You're meant to bump into them. You were very close at one point, like I say. We'll find out. Justice. You might have lost touch, during 2020. And they might have, or either blocked them on Facebook or social media and, not spoke to them for a while, but for whatever reason, beforehand, you did get on very well, like I say. Ex-partner, ex-work colleague, but very close to this person, and you're going to bump into them. It's over the holidays, something to do with the holidays, and it's meant to be. It's like a sign from the universe. If it's a relationship, might have been something silly, and a work colleague situation. You might have been close at work, but you know what it's like when you leave the job, you lose touch, but you were very close, whoever this is. The world, I've just said, there's justice in the world. It's meant to be. I'd say over the next 4 days, you're going to bump into this person with the world card here. It's like they put you on a pedestal. And they probably never thought, you'd speak again or you'd see each other again, something like that. It's something, justice in the world. It's like strong opinions or a misunderstanding could have stopped you from speaking. I'm picking up something like 11, see, 11 there, 21 there, 11, 21. That rings a bell to anyone. Could be a date, 21, 11, 11, 21. Blindfolded. 8 of Swords, like a misunderstanding. And that might be why you're going to bump into each other, to clear this misunderstanding up. And you might get back, say, back to a great friendship or back to a great relationship. But whatever it's meant to be, I'd say it's within the next 4 days. So like I say, we've got Christmas in a couple of days, then we're heading into, the Boxing Day. A lot of people go out during Boxing Day. for a drink and a celebration might be the time you're going to bump into them. Like I say, it's been a while since you'll have seen each other, could have blocked each other on social media, and it might be awkward at first, but then, if it is the situation where you're out Christmas shopping or sales shopping, you might go for a drink or a coffee together, or you might be out celebrating, Boxing Day, heading into the new year. And this friendship or relationship is just going to flourish again. The misunderstanding, whatever caused you to fall out, will be cleared, Need your swords. Holding on to the wrong end of the stick, basically, just took the wrong way. And you could be one of them people who people do take the wrong way. You might have a resting bitch face constantly, but really you're lovely, like one of them people who say, God, we thought you were going to be a right one, but like just a natural rest. So a bit you might be look authoritative, or one of them people who, when you're shopping, people always seem to come up and say, oh, do you work here? Something like that. Judgment. Now you don't, will you be judged? Or there is no judgment because you've moved on. This is 20. Number 20, 11, 21, 20. Whether them numbers are ringing a bell to anybody. Three of Wands, looking to the future, putting your past behind you. Like I say, if it's an old relationship, you're going to get back together. If it was a good friendship that for whatever reason fell apart, I'm getting like during 2020, it's going to flourish again. And you'll look to the future with this person. You'll make plans with this person. Like I say, if it was a good friend, you could be going on a holiday. If it was an old relationship, you might end up getting back together, getting married. Like a new year, new start. Everything starts falling into place. You might have gone through a very difficult time, and this is just the end of this year and the start of a new one. Things are going to flourish. Health, wealth, happiness, And whoever this is for, maybe someone just needed to apologise, and you're both not very good at showing your emotions, and that's why it was allowed to just, like, won't back down. That's why you left it to go on for this long. They say it could be 5 years, heading into 6 years since you last spoke. 10 of Pentacles again. 10, 20, 11, 21. If these numbers are ringing a bell to anybody. Nine of Swords. We've had the 10 of Swords, haven't we? 8, 9. Ace of Swords, 9 of Swords. Maybe it was a terrible, when you meet up, you are going to meet this person, I'd say within the next 4 days. And when you meet up, you'll realise it was a terrible misunderstanding or something really ridiculous that you fell out over. And I can't believe we fell out over that kind of thing, when you both speak. There you go, like I say, either shopping in the sales, and you'll bump into each other and go for a drink, or you'll be out celebrating Boxing Day. heading into the New Year's Day and you'll meet up while you're out having a drink. It's gonna happen, like I'd say, within the next 4 days. That's it, you know. We are in the Christmas week, the Christmas season. We've got Christmas Day, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day coming along. That's what I'm getting, like out shopping, bump into each other, coffee, drink, or you are out celebrating and you bump into each other. And from there, that's it for the future, whoever this is for. The High Priestess, like I say, the universe, the world, it was meant to happen. You could be a very spiritual person, you know. You could have become more spiritual since you last spoke or last seen each other. So, oh, that's my stomach rumbling. It must be a sign. You know, you could have become more spiritually aware, or both have become more spiritually aware. Look at that. 2, 2, 11, 10, 21. Numbers. So maybe when you do meet up, it could be like 11:11 a.m. or 11:11 p.m. or 13:13 in the afternoon or 1:01 in the morning, you know, and numbers I was coming up with. So if you do bump into them, make a note of the time and see if those numbers are mentioned come up, you know, 10:21, 11:2, something like that. When you bump into this person, make a note of the time. Like I say, you'll both become more spiritual. So you'll be a bit more open once you get talking, a bit more open and honest in your conversations than you were the last time you spoke. And you'll be saying, you know, why did you block me? Why didn't you speak? Why didn't you call? But like, could come to a point where you just say both as bad as each other at the time, but now you're a bit more emotionally, spiritually aware, a bit more honest, a bit more understanding about things, a bit more mature. It's just perfect, you know. But like I say, looking back, it, now you are what I've just said, a bit more, you know, evolved, matured and stuff. You're going to look back, whatever caused it, you're going to get to the root of what caused it and think, I can't believe we fell out over that, you know. That card's a bit, but it's the devil, but it's like putting an end to the past, putting an end to whatever that nonsense, sorting it all out and moving forward. My stomach growling again, it's got to be a sign. See, that's like looking back and think all the years we've wasted over something so silly. So, like I say, this is for someone in the next 4 days. So if you're going out, obviously shopping, if you're going out drinking and celebrating, you're going to look fantastic, fabulous anyway. But if you are going out shopping and it's over the holidays and you might feel a bit hungover, just bear this in mind and make sure you're a bit, you know, bit more juju than you usually would, maybe, bearing this reading in mind, because you are going to run into them. I was picking up the next 4 days. I keep saying the next 4 days, but like I say, that would be, you know, Christmas Eve, Christmas, Boxing Day. But then we've got the New Year's Eve, New Year's Day coming along. So just bear that in mind. If this is ringing a bell, you know, make sure you look good, even if you just think you're just nipping out for a couple of extra bits, you know. Bear that in mind. The Magician. He moves in mysterious ways. It's magic. It's meant to be. Faces the universe, and you know it when it happens. Like I say, you're just gonna know. when you know, you know. It's like, there you go. You might have asked for it, but not had the confidence to re-add them or recall them, or it's been that long, you just left it. And, you know, it could have been over the seasons, you know, over the last few days with the holidays approaching, you've thought about them a couple of times and wondered maybe, you know, what they're up to. And that's, like I say, the universe saying, there you go, you asked for it, here it is, because this is meant to be. Like I said, you might have been the stronger one back then, and this person, you might have found them like a little bit weak or something, even in a friend or relationship. They seem to be a lot more strong, a lot more confident, like I say, more spiritually evolved, aware, mature, and that's what's making this even better this time. You could have both been, you know, that's the hermit. Now you could have, if it's a relationship, you might have both been single since you were together. If it's a friendship, you might never have, like I say, you got on very well. You've probably never met another friend like them. You know, it's hard to make friends when you're adults, and you've, like, you miss them. And if it's a relationship, you haven't been with anyone since this person. You know, could have been heartbreaking or very sad that it ended a very good friendship, like I say. And you've been wondering about them the last few weeks, you know, coming up to the holidays. They've been on your mind, and the universe has just said, there you go. It's what you're being asked for. You won't be lonely anymore. There's the friend you needed. There's the relationship you needed. It should never have ended in the first place, you know. Like a powerful feeling and intuition, you're just gonna know. Like I say, you've been thinking about them because you're more spiritual, and you're gonna be shocked when you bump into them and it really happens. It's like you're gonna say, it's meant to be. I was thinking about you the other day. I was gonna call you the other day, you know. Powerful intuition. Like I said, spiritually aware. You just, you know, your intuition, you can, more than it was, you know, back then, more aware. You've become, like I said, about the times, what time it is, looking at the times, making a note of the times, 11:11, oh, it's 5:05, oh, it's 4:44, you know, things like that. And you're just going to say, oh, I just knew, you know. And it'll just be marvellous. Like I say, it's everything. There you go. It's a gift from the universe. Everything you've wanted. Like a gift from the universe. It's your Christmas gift, your number one choice, you know. Seven of Swords. So we've had the 8, the 9, now the 7. So there might be, like I say, might be words said at first, you know, clearing the air before you move on, getting everything out the way, no secrets, catching up everything before you move on. You know, if you're out having a drink or something, you might have a few. It might get quite heated at one point, but then when all the air is cleared, you can move on. It's done. It's gonna be beautiful. Birds in the garden, roses, like I said, health, wealth and happiness, everything's just going to fall into place, you know. Whoever this reading's for, you're in for a beautiful future. Health, wealth and happiness. You know, you might have thought it would never happen. Health, wealth and happiness, and that's, I say, relationship or friendship. You know, not everyone's looking for love and romance. You know, a great friendship, you know, someone to go walking with or someone with the same interest. You might go to church together, you might go for a walk together, you might go bingo together, you might go drinking, whatever, together. Just a great friendship to have someone back to do things with. And like I said, that's friendship. If it's relationship, it's, you know. But you'd have known this person before. It's silly misunderstanding has drove you apart. This is coming back together. Great friendship, great relationship. And like you say, it's just one of them, put the past in the past. Don't keep, you know, all them years we lost. Or I said, there's a 7. I said 2020 round then. So we're getting into 26. That's number 7, just as I said it. Could have been that long. Don't keep looking back. Oh, why so long? There's 7, there's 6. Pondering the past, you know, all them years we missed. Forget about it. Everything happens for a reason. Knight of Wands, Queen of Cups. Just, you've had the justice. Karma. Could be karma why you was, you know, separated for so long. But whatever it is, like I say, it was meant to be. We leave it there. Strength. You know, you're going to speak your mind, speak your mouth. You might have kept your mouth shut in the past, not spoken for a long time. It's just all meant to be. I said there, didn't I? 6, 7. There's 8. Infinity, like I said, this is forever. You'll probably never fall out again, never a bad word again, because you're really going to understand each other. So like I said, whoever this reading's for, you're going to meet them in the next, I said 4 days, there's 8. With the Christmas holidays and the New Year coming along, say 4 to 8 days, it's either going to be shopping, I say sales shopping, could be last minute shopping, sales shopping, or out celebrating. So just be aware. If you are just nipping out, you know, give yourself a little extra behind the ear, because you'll know if this is meant for you, you'll know this reading's meant for you. You're going to bump into an old friend who you loved and adored, or an old partner who you loved and adored, and you're going to get back together, and it's going to be the greatest relationship or the greatest friendship ever. Good luck to whoever this is meant for, and let me know in the comments if it happened to you. All the best for the new year. Take care. Bye for now.